What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boston Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to all the brothers out there and the sisters out here supporting the channel, supporting everybody else's channel, man. We back. What we back talking about is PBC Showtime, the top dog in boxing right now, and that's a yes and a no question. And I elaborate more on that. So ride with me while we hop on this little nice boxing venture, a voyage. And right now, PBC Showtime, when unveiling the first half of their boxing schedule, definitely dominated the headlines. They definitely have the better fights than any network right now in the first half of the year and probably last year. They offer a lot of great boxing, and with them adding a lot more fight, they offer more boxing. And they have the biggest roster right now since boxing is basically cut up in different leagues, which is, crazy as hell now, right? Now that these guys have their own little leagues. They should just come up with their own little belts, like PBC belt, ESPN belt, and HBO belt. But yeah, that's what it is right now. And if you ask, PBC Al Heyman haters and casual fans, well, the PBC Al Heyman haters to take the truth serum, and the casual fans, they gonna pick Showtime boxing. But it's a pickle in there, in my opinion. But let's talk about Showtime boxing once again. They got the biggest roster. They're paying their fighters the most money, even for subpar fights. And ever since they ran out the Golden Boy contract with some of their fighters, and they tried to buy Golden Boy, Oscar said no, and then they ran out the contracts while he was in rehab. And in the first year of PBC, there was a lot of mismatches. There was a lot of boxing. And now they kind of condensed it to Showtime, and the parent company with CBS was under the same umbrella and not working with Fox. They kind of, stuck to those three networks right now, those three channels. And, the premium or they pay-per-view fights go to CBS now. The best fights go on CBS. And that's how they're going to be able to compete with Top Rank, because Top Rank should do the better numbers. It should be no question about it. Top Rank has, ESPN. That's, free basic, well, not free, it was basic cable. So Showtime, answer to that is putting they Keith Thurman, Sean Porter fights on CBS, and they giving you the Santa Cruz's and Mares and fights and every other Blue Moon on Fox. So that's the answer to that. But, and I got pretty much hypothetical, so ride with me on this boxing voyage real quick. But yeah, a lot of people hate on PBC Showtime, but they can't hate on the product now. The product is getting better. They're adding fight dates. And Steven Espinoza, who used to be the head guy over at HBO, got promoted at Showtime now. He's done a hell of a job, and numbers don't lie. And I believe Time Warner has, sold HBO to AT&T, and it seems like AT&T, if that deal went through, has reinvested into boxing for HBO. Now, HBO boxing doesn't have a big lineup coming, this first half of the year, and it doesn't mean that PBC is just totally dominating the competition. That's not what it means. Historically, the first half of the year, or at least the first quarter of the year, boxing is very slow. I believe boxers like to enjoy the holidays and enjoy their time, and then get ready when they get a little warmer outside. But it's HBO can really turn up the heat later on this year, but they don't have a roster, and that's why they had to reach out to guys like Denny Jacobs and Al Heyman, fighters like Jarrell Miller and a couple other guys as well. They lost Top Rank. They lost, PBC before they was PBC with Al Heyman. And yes, Al Heyman milked them in money with Andre Berto. He didn't turn out to be what it was, and I feel that was a turning point with their relationship with Al Heyman. That Berto, they put so much money in Berto, and he didn't really work out. But but the thing is, HBO was king. They have the more subscribers. They have the better television. And why television matters, they have the more premium TV channel, the movies that come on. When they unveil movies, they get the creme de la creme of the movies that turn from movie theater to cable network. So when those people watch those movies, it's no coincidence they put a boxing match on after those movies when they make their debut on the network. So a lot of those fans carry on to the boxing, and that's how they get the casual public and get their million views. They consistently do over a million views. They have better and bigger budgets and better shows than Showtime can offer. Showtime's have some good shows coming on now, but HBO has been the best, to my premium television shows. You're talking about The Wire, Sopranos, Game of Thrones. You got, epic stand-up comedy. You have the little late-night talk show. So people, don't mind paying $15, $20 for HBO. They've been shitting on Showtime for years. It's not that, Showtime boxing is beneath HBO boxing. It's a simple fact that HBO is a more better network because they have the better television shows. And that's why they're able to consistently usually do, they used to do 3, 4, 5, 6 million views when boxing was boxing, when they was fighting the best, Now that you get in these watered down matchups like Kovalev versus that unknown guy Igner. They first half of their boxing schedule really sucks. Their first quarter. And they don't have the roster no more. Not a middleweights. They're waiting on Triple G and Canelo, which is pay-per-view. And now, Danny Jacobs is fighting Gary Spike O'Sullivan. It's not looking good. But at the end of the day, they had the most subscribers. So those fights, you have more access to them. In Top Rank, they not giving good fights neither because they're not cracking over a million on basic cable. And the reason that is, people say, well, the Hall of Fame speech is always an excuse. It's not good boxing. It's not names versus names, It's just what it is. It's not name versus name. You're not getting premium fights. You're not getting Crawford versus Earl Spence. You're not getting Pacquiao in certain things. You got Pacquiao Horn, which did great numbers because Pacquiao was a hell of a draw. But you getting in-house fights, and, the fans are showing that they don't want in-house fights over at Top Rank, so they got to do a better job of working with people and getting other fighters on their network or signing better fighters and giving better shows. That's point blank what it is. They thought because they was on basic ESPN TV, everybody was going to pay to see boxing for free, but that's not the case. What the case is, they're doing significantly less numbers than HBO and about the same numbers as Showtime on a very accessible network like ESPN. But here's my hypothetical right now. If Al Heyman was to bring PBC over to HBO, the game would be over with. If HBO was to invest in PBC and Showtime, PBC and Al Heyman, it would be no competition. The rest of the boxing game would be dead. PBC will be on its high horse. It'll be, banking it'll be banking in revenue. It'll be making hella profit, and that'll be a power couple. It's crazy that their relationship soured, 5 or 17 years ago before they was able to get this PBC thing on the road, because PBC plus HBO would have been a powerful, powerful thing for boxing, and it'd have been something crazy. But, right now, HBO, as far as viewerships and views, is still top dog. When you're talking about premium boxing, it's PBC Showtime. So it's a kind of a two-part answer, but y'all know what it is. It's TBC. We out.